Welcome to Creative Writing Energy, conversations about the writing life, craft, and alternative practices with Kim Peterson and Catherine Evans. Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, Kim. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. So today's kind of special because we're moving this into podcasting, and this is our very first episode that will be going live on the podcast scene. Excited?
Not that we're nervous or anything.
Not nervous, yeah. We've had a lot of practice. Right?
Yeah. Lots of practice being silly.
Yeah. So how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been good. And you?
Yeah, it's gone fast. This year's gone fast.
Very.
Yeah. So creative writing prompt today, Kath, is I will find a way to give my mind the freedom to explore the ideas it craves.
Nice.
Nice?
Yes.
Do you have much of that time, that freedom exploration time in your head?
Yes, sometimes I do. Yesterday I had a day that was just, some days you just tread water and you don't feel like you get anywhere. And yesterday everything came together. I was just like this machine just going bang, 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 bang. It's crazy.
Yeah, those days are good when you're feeling productive. You mean when
Yes.
it all comes together, all that mind
Yes.
blah.
And you're
Right?
crossing stuff off your list, it's like done, 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 after weeks of going, oh, I have to do that, I have to do that.
Yeah, good.
I know.
Accomplished. Yeah.
Doesn't happen often.
So today we're going to talk about astrology and how writers can possibly use that to help create their characters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes, it could be difficult to get a good feel for the person you want your character to be, especially in the initial stages. And I know you, Kath, have you've done a little bit of you did a course about this, did you not?
Yeah, I did. I did
Yeah.
2 courses about this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we should probably pull our cards for this session, our little woo-woo thing.
Are you going first?
Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay. I'm going to use my soul journey cards. And if you're watching on YouTube, you would see that. And I've already shuffled, and the first card is happiness. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Happy card. We like happy. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path.
Oh, very nice.
What do you got?
Okay, I'm using the Trust Your Vibes cards.
Mm-hmm.
And my top card, cloak yourself in light.
Oh, I like that one. Do you do that?
Yeah, for protection.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like grounding yourself and then pulling all the energy of the world to you.
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of stuff can't hurt.
It hurt.
No, I said it can't hurt.
Oh, it can't hurt.
So, yeah, we're talking about this astrology thing a little bit today because last Friday we got together and had some lunch with my mom, and we were talking about today's episode, and Kath suggested astrology, and then I pulled out this book that I've had for years, and it's a big chunky thing, and it is The Secret Language of Birthdays. And we went through that, didn't we, Kath?
With much laughter.
We read our days out. This book has each day and a couple of pages dedicated, and it's by Gary Goldschneider and I probably can't pronounce this properly. Juice Effers? I butchered it. But anyway,
We'll put it in comments.
we will put the link to this book because it's absolutely fascinating. And I read out Kath's birthday, and that was very interesting and quite accurate. And then I read out mine, and Kath could not stop laughing. Her face just went red because it was so accurate. And then she's like, oh, we should read some of our pages out. And oh, I don't know if I should read mine out. It's just way too much information. But I'm not sure I want to divulge, like, you know.
But you're going to.
Well, Kath went ahead and created these personology cards. And we're going to, she's going to do that for everyone that joins our little community. And she's going to do that and give that away. We're going to give that away because, yeah, they're rather cute. We'll put a sample in the notes and the YouTube thing. And you've already pulled out a few things from my cards, so that's what I'll use. I wasn't going to use any of it. I just didn't want to, but I'll do it.
I made your card nice.
You made it lovely. Thank you. Yeah, so Kath, are you an astrology person? Do you read your horoscopes regularly, or?
No, not regularly, but every now and again I do read them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated at how accurate mine often is about my personality. Maybe not so much predicting the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, personality always makes me laugh.
Yeah. The peculiar one.
That's me. Are you going to read out yours or will I read out yours?
Should we go through a quick little bit of history?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
History, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to look into that, and I was having a quick look this morning, and it originated from Babylon. So the Babylonians, don't you just love that word? Are generally credited for the birth of astrology, and their astrological charts enabled them to predict the recurrence of seasons and certain celestial events. So in the beginning, and for more than 2,000 years, astrology and astronomy were the same science. So it's been around for thousands of years, which is pretty awesome. And it's amazing that you know, we're still all quite fascinated with this kind of thing, don't you think?
Very much.
Okay. So we are going to actually do a case study of today's date, the date that we're recording this, which is September 24th, and sort of go through how we could use the character traits and modalities associated with today's day, and use that in our characters if you're inclined to do so. But first, Kath, why don't you read out your little personology card you created?
For the 24th?
No, for you.
Oh, for me.
Your one. And people can get to know a little bit about you.
Okay. So my day is the day of idiosyncrasy. My strengths are that I'm imaginative, sensitive, and highly individual. My weaknesses, which I'm not sure is a weakness, is that I'm peculiar. But also...
I like that weakness.
So did I.
Yeah.
But also that I'm nervous and withdrawn. Those born on this day often grow up thinking of themselves as abnormal, peculiar, or just plain weird. Which, yes, well, anyway, what they like to do best, what really comes naturally to them, is not always what they can make money out of. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamers and fantasizers, they need to maintain close contact with friends, write letters, and in general, continue to communicate no matter how difficult it may be. And yes, I think most people who know me would laugh at those things.
Yeah, yeah. So it fits.
It fits. Scarily, it fits.
It's scary, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I mean, you know, me personally, I don't tend to put a whole lot of weight on horoscopes, particularly over the last, 10 years or so. But revisiting this book with you the other day and reading mine now and yours, I was like, whoa, okay.
So what's yours?
Mine, okay. This is the info you pulled from my day, which, yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to do anything. I am the 28th of September, which is only in a few days.
Woohoo.
The day of the heartbreakers is my day. Strengths: romantic, tasteful, and magnetic. Weaknesses: destructive, complacent, excessive. Those born on 28th of September are highly capable of winning and keeping the affection of those whom they desire. They are not by nature calculating people. Their role seems to be to break down the defences of others, which they accomplish with a varied array of weapons. Loyal to the extreme. Just lost it. They will rarely, if ever, forsake you for any need. Fight the impulse to procrastinate. That's it. That's what you pulled.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. So should we move on to our case study, or actually?
Yeah. Today.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever used horoscopes to help create your character traits?
No. I don't even give my characters birthdays.
No, neither. But it's an alternative idea that can be used. Yeah.
And when I did this course, this lady she did it for all her characters. She was really into astrology. Yeah.
So I guess a lot of times you can just sort of toss your character into your story and your character just asserts themselves and everything's good. But other times your character might be flat and you might be looking for ideas, and considering that horoscopes are widely known and used in the Western zodiac, it's just, an alternative idea that we can use those character traits and things in our characters. So
yeah.
And
well, one of her things was she was planning her story, which I don't do. She would look at horoscopes to make sure she had a couple who, because it was romance, a couple who had issues, conflicting star signs. So they would have values that were conflicting, which would give her meat to her story.
Okay, so she really dove deep into it.
Oh, really deep into it.
Wow. I suppose, it could really give you some ideas.
Yeah.
To bounce your characters off each other, particularly in a romantic role.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess other ways are, you just sort of look at the star sign profile and you could even just look up daily horoscopes to help with character plots and events and things. Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, she had a little computer program that would generate natal charts with the whole, like who the person was and all their characteristics. Yeah. So that, it was a free download, Astro 123.
And I see you put the link. Did you put a link with her?
Yeah, I did put a link with
so
that.
we'll add that in the show notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
If people
But
want
that you could, it gave you the full, birth chart reading, which was, way too much information. I don't even remember my one, but yeah, she was so into it. That's what she did for each of her characters, and she had all these notes and things, and it was
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah. Well, I guess whatever works, right? But
Yeah, exactly.
it's sometimes it's good to kind of think of your characters and your story, bring new points of view and new ways, because it just freshen up your thought
Yeah,
processes about what you're doing. Yeah.
yeah. And if this is something you use, then it's probably something easy to do.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, it's a bit more difficult because we've got to learn it before we start.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're not experts in this field. We
No,
should say that.
very
We're
much
going to do
so.
a case study and just bring it in from our amateur point of view.
Yep.
If we were going to use a character and base it on a star sign. So yeah, today's date, yeah, like it says, the 24th of September, and you've made a little personology card. You want to read out those traits for that date?
Okay, it's the day of the wanderer.
Nice.
So the strengths of today is they're imaginative, free-spirited, and giving. Their weakness, they're nervous, unsettled, and can be neurotic. So that would make a very interesting character.
Yeah.
Those born on September 24th are wanderers by nature and therefore either love to travel or are somehow driven to do so. Even when they're tied down, September 24th people find an outlet for their restlessness in reading, films, and TV, and they also have a rich fantasy life. Those born on this day have little interest in mundane activities or in ordinary people for that matter. They make faithful friends with their hearts in the right place.
Okay. Well, that sounds like an interesting character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a star sign Libra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Planet Venus. Element, I've written all these notes down. Air, which is mental stimulation. So I guess that makes sense with all what you just said.
Yeah, their fantasy life and TV reading.
Yeah, and their neurotic traits.
Yes.
We can all be a little neurotic, right? Neurotic or peculiar.
That's right.
Yeah. So how do you think that you would use a character profile like this? Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, if I was doing romance and it was either a guy or a girl, one of their issues is going to be that they can't stay in one place or they feel bored by one place. So they're not going, whenever they meet someone, then they have no intention of staying.
Yeah,
But because they
actually,
make faithful friends with their hearts in the right place, they are going to connect with somebody.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's their internal conflict is going to be, do you stay, do you go?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I noticed because I read up a bit about this day as well, and I noticed that they're often flirtatious and they enjoy unusual forms of sexual expression. So that might be good for one of your books.
That could be quite a raunchy little book, hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how would you use the character?
I would probably use this character in a similar way to you, with that deep sense of need to change going on, and create an inner conflict about that, about not wanting to settle, I guess, and then opposed to being rooted somewhere.
Can you say that last bit again?
No, I won't say that last bit again.
Oh, something happened and it just gonged in my ear. Like I didn't get words.
Oh, I meant as opposed to I'd probably use it in a similar way to you, as you know, that sense of wanting to be free and conflicting against being grounded. And I actually use the word rooted, but which is totally fine unless you're in Australia.
Yes.
Which we are.
But it goes with what we were saying earlier, the unusual sexual expressions.
Yes. I talk about I used to know this guy once, and he took me to this sort of underground club, you know, and people were doing all sorts of things, and maybe he was born on this day. I don't know.
I was wondering where you were going with this story.
It just reminded me because he was such an interesting character. He was pretty intense, but yeah, he took me to this club, and I dressed up as a schoolgirl.
Oh, nice.
There were people, you know, whipping people, and some pretty interesting acts on stage, which I'll never forget. And but then, and yeah. Anyway, this was in Sydney, and then that same evening, he asked me if I'd be interested in going to this other club with him, where people and like there's a glass and people are on top of the glass relieving themselves of their bodily things and you watch. And I was just no. So yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know clubs like that existed, but apparently they do. So he might have had a bit of that. What was that trait? Unusual forms of sexual expression.
Possibly.
But actually, he was an Aries, so I know that he was an Aries. So.
Oh, so not today's day.
He wasn't today's day, but it did remind me. Yeah. So anyway,
a man who enjoyed fetishes.
Story, hey,
a man who enjoyed his fetishes.
Fetishes, yeah. I think he did, and there's nothing wrong with that. Each to their own.
That's it.
Yeah. So, what else? After that little
walk down memory lane.
Yeah. You know, I was actually born on my great-grandfather's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was he still alive when you were born?
He was alive, and I don't remember him because he died when I was still little, but I do have a couple of photographs with him holding me, and he was absolutely tickled pink when I came along and born on his birthday. So he really, apparently he really doted over me, and I just thought that was an interesting little
side note. Lovely.
It is, yeah. Apparently he was a lovely man. So
how old was he when you were born?
He probably would have been somewhere in his 70s or 80s, something. I really don't know, but I mean, I've all I've heard about is great things about him. So must
lovely.
Be his birthday.
Must be
the day of the heartbreakers.
That's it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So,
anything else to add before we bugger off?
I don't think so. I don't have any idea how my oracle card ties in with today's discussion, though.
Well, you know what? You're
Cloak
shrouded in
yourself
light
in
over there.
light. Oh yes, me in my
Yeah,
office
you are.
window with my sun sign.
It's probably just, it's a reminder just to keep the light around you.
Yeah.
Keep positive. And it kind of, your card ties in with my card because I'm happiness, right?
Yeah.
But, these cards that we pull may not always be about the actual subject or session that we're doing. It's a message to for us
To everyone.
and our listeners. Sorry. And watchers.
Like your mum and Beth.
Yeah, like Mom and Beth, yeah. And Nivi. I'm going to say hi, Nivi, because she watches us every week, and she's in India, and she's a lovely, lovely lady. So my Indian friend.
Hi, Nivi.
Yeah. She sends me voice messages sometimes, and she just makes me smile. So she makes me feel good she makes me feel happy.
She might be coated in light.
I'm sure she is. She is. Yeah, she's lovely. Okay, so do you want to quickly mention your personality cards and what we're going to do with those? Again, just to remind everyone what they can score.
Yes. If you'd like a personology card, I can send you a PDF file or a JPEG, which you can print out or keep so just send us your birthday.
Yeah, we don't
need the year, just the date and the month. And I'll do you a little summary card and send it in the email to you.
Yeah.
So you can contact us at whisperinginkpress.com/creative writing energy and shoot us an email from there.
Yeah. And for everyone that is already currently on our list, we're going to make one up for them, aren't we? And send them.
We are.
Yeah.
We're going to send them a message to send us their birthday, and then we'll be right.
Yeah, it's cool. And if you guys like what we're doing, you can support us for as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com/creative writing energy, where you can get some bonus content, get little personality cards, and get talking with us, which is always good.
We have Gmail too, don't we? They can just email us directly on creativewritingenergy@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's us, isn't it?
That is us. That is us. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm right up on this.
You're going good today. It must be you're up in the game. It must be the podcasting episode 1.
That's it. Be all professional.
Yeah. Get your pro on.
Yeah, we're doing well at that.
Somewhat. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. Cool.
Hope you have a great week.
I hope you have a great week. This is looks like a great week. Okay.
And stay being a great heartbreaker.
Oh yeah.
And I'll stay peculiar.
That will never change. My friend.
Me being peculiar.
Yeah, you being peculiar. And I'm not a heartbreaker.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay. Catch you later. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.